All right, y'all. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Excited.
Finally, me and my bro Manny over here,
Yeah.
we are finally doing this thing. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot about doing a podcast. We are finally doing it. Just finally, we don't have all the answers. We don't have all the tools and everything like that, but you just gotta go, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just as Nike's good old saying is. So those that don't know, we'll introduce ourselves. So my name's Christian. Last name's Langston, and then
Yeah, obviously, my name's Manny Fresh. You can call me Manny Fresh. You can call me Emmanuel, Manny. It don't matter anything. But yeah, that's us.
yeah. So start it off, man. So tell your peoples a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, first of all, like Christian was saying, we have definitely wanted to do this for so long. For anybody that does watch me on TikTok or anything, you guys always hear me say nonstop. Definitely been on our mind. I mean, a little bit about me. I love to do the content that I do. I'm trying to become a content creator, if I'm really being honest with you. I take it very serious. I like to fish. I like to spend time with the family. Don't we always do that? I really want to take this very serious. If there's anything out there, I'll say this now and probably later, but if there's anything that you guys want us to discuss, anything you have problems or anything like that, please let us know because it makes it easier for us. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. Christian, what about you, man?
Yeah, it's a little bit about me. I got two precious little babies at home. They are with their mother, so I'm happily married. Work at the YMCA, I'm sports and fitness director there, and love every minute of it to help a lot of people and get them right fitness-wise, and also some programs and play sports and all that fun jazz. So that's a lot of fun. Considered director for men's basketball league, so I run that. Been a lot of fun with that. I've been doing that for 5 years now, and I'm an assistant varsity basketball coach over at Mapleton Mounties. Go Mounties, baby! And yeah, so that's what I do. So
a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
basically what he's saying.
So a little bit of reason or why we've been wanting to start a podcast, I would say, is just honestly to be a voice in this world. I think society and our culture and things like that is always ups and downs, highs and lows. If we can be a voice to empower, strengthen, encourage, and to bring and uplift, make people laugh, make people cry, whatever it is, but essentially to bring light into the world, that's what we want to do.
Right, absolutely. And also on top of that, it's like, I feel like there's so much that you see with social media of negative stuff, and you don't see enough positive. And I feel like what we're trying to bring to the table is to get that daily devotion, the positive.
Good book says iron sharpens iron, so we're here to sharpen each other up and continue to break bread and connect and move forward as we go. So this is episode 1, so let's go.
Let's get it. Let's
go! So tell everybody, man, you just had a little tragic episode in your life, something that you didn't see coming, not really anything you really can ever predict. You just had your second accident, vehicle accident. So, tell everybody what that was.
Right.
What happened?
So, it actually wasn't long at all. Was it about 6 days now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been about 6 days.
Yep.
So basically, I was going to a friend's house, and it was a little later. It was about 11:30. I was going down a highway, two-lane highway, but my lanes were all going one way. And then, obviously, the other side was going one way. Well, I am driving, and next thing you know, I happen to barely, because I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, how did you not see someone coming the opposite way as you? I'm telling you, you don't expect someone going the opposite way by any means on the highway, especially at night. So it definitely caught me off guard. But thank God, by the grace of God, I got to turn my wheel just enough to where we were not head on, because the driver was going head on to me about 70 miles per hour. And so I just turned it just enough so it wasn't just straight head on. So it ended up, it shocked me, obviously. So I ended up getting hit. I mean, I can remember the words that are coming. Like, I'm just like, oh damn, like. And so I'm spinning out. As I'm spinning out, I'm in shock because it was caught me so off by surprise. My foot was still on the gas as I'm spinning out, And so what I'm not realizing is I'm going to the other side of the highway where people are going 70 miles per hour, and I'm literally like facing death, like I'm about to go to the other side right now, basically, and get smashed by all these different cars. But thankfully, I got out of shock. My car doors. I'm trying to break out my car doors. 'Cause I'm a little claustrophobic, especially in that moment. So I'm trying to basically break out my car window. My car window on my left side was smashed. My mirror went through my car. It happened to go in the passenger seat. There's glass everywhere. My door was just so jammed. There was no way it could on both sides. And I tried to break through both of them. My right side passenger, I think I was just in shock and rushing a little bit. But I couldn't get out of that one either. So I crawl in the back. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little fearful because it's like when you first get hit by a car, you don't know if this person is trying to harm you in some way or anything like that.
For sure.
So I definitely had I was definitely cautious because I was so confused. I was very confused. It's like one time you're going down a highway and then boom, you're smacked. And so after basically I finally got out my car. Obviously I'm in so shock. I'm like, what in the world? Like, what just happened? Like, what just happened? And I see the person that hit me's car is like a little bit down. Really, the most damage his was just his wheel was, but I'm talking about my car was totaled off. It totaled. Thankfully, if you see this, I hope you do. The man that helped me, you are such a blessing. You are such a blessing, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for you stopping because you made me at peace. You calmed me down, definitely. So if you see this, shout out to you, man.
Good Samaritan.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a hold of me, anything. I would love to thank you. So then we ended up going to when the dude came up to me, I'm like, hey, can you help me? Like, somebody just hit me going the wrong way. So we went to go check on the other dude. He was fine. I'm not going to lie. It was weird just because, it wasn't like he was apologetic. He didn't come check on me or anything like that. That was definitely weird for me just because it was like, I was more worried about how he was in the situation, like, hey, are you okay? And it just kind of frustrated me. It's like it wasn't my fault. Like, it is what it is, sometimes you have that. So basically, ambulance, all of that come, because I called the cops, obviously, of course, and they got there quick. So also shout out to you guys for getting there quick, the ambulance and everything like that. You guys are amazing, for sure. Amazing. I think that would be the Mansfield Police Department and all that. So thank you guys. Shout out to you guys. I definitely was cut up, not going to lie. I didn't even know I was bleeding like I was or anything like that, actually, because I was just so in shock and the officers. But yeah, I mean, they cleaned up the cut, stuff like that. There should be no reason why I should be here today talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Besides one only thing, and that is my creator, Jesus Christ. It was definitely scary, that's for sure. But that's definitely kind of like how that stuff went down.
So, and then mom was your first that was your first call that you made.
Yes.
For help, right?
Yes,
call
correct.
her and let her know.
Correct. She was obviously freaking out.
Yeah, and what she let me know too. She said, people would have thought she was crazy because the whole time that she was driving, she's speaking to God out loud, begging and pleading to watch over her child, and obviously he was perfectly fine. Not perfectly fine, but he was fine. He was alive, and I got a call probably around I don't know, it felt like 1, it might not have been 1, but it was late. My wife woke me up and said, you need to call your brother, he got in an accident, and I obviously, protective brother wakes up and made him call, and he was all shook up and everything, and was good to the hospital. So I got on my knees and was praying for him and things like that. So we are definitely thankful for him being here. So yeah, so what do you think, just within all that, what do you think you learned or I guess got out of that period?
Well, I think a big thing that kind of stood out to me, that's still sticking out to me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm still going through it, if I'm really being honest. But made me realize that this life is definitely short, beyond short. And not only that, I mean, obviously don't take anything for granted because just in the nick of time, it could be done for. Yeah. I mean, love those that you do, and always tell the people that you leave at any time is that I love you. Because if that is the last thing you say, you want to make sure it's on good terms and all that stuff. Yeah. But, I mean, that's probably the main thing I'd say necessarily.
Yeah, for sure.
But overall, though, just want to say, like I said, I am doing good. Just soreness, stuff like that. I mean, mentally, all that stuff, that would be eventually good in time and stuff like that. But overall, good. I appreciate you guys. I'm sure there's going to be people commenting and stuff like that. I know on my TikTok that people are definitely worried. So thank you for the prayers and all that stuff. Taking it day by day, and we're good on my end. I do know that you also have been in a wreck, I want to say, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
That was actually...
that was a crazy, very, very odd story. So
Right.
I'll tell a quick story on that. So, gosh, I don't even remember the year of this. I'm not even going to say it because I know my wife after this would correct me on it. A couple years ago, it was actually Christmas night. I was working at Mohican Youth Academy, so it's a residential facility,
Right.
and I was working second, so didn't get off until like 11 a.m. I spent my day with the kids there and got to open presents and all that. It was a really good experience. Enjoyed that. But anyway, coming home, and if any of you guys know the Mohican area, nothing but trees, hills, and a bunch of grass and crops and corn and all that jazz. So I'm driving. It's pitch black out, country roads. Don't know where the heck I am, and well, I know where I'm going, but I don't actually know where I'm at. I'm on the phone with my mom. I got her on speakerphone. I'm not texting and driving. I just got my phone that's sitting on my dashboard, and coming over these hills. And as I get over this hill, literally there are three cows that are in the middle of the road. They are across just one after the next in the middle of the road as I'm coming over the hill. So literally as I'm coming over, I believe I said, "Oh shit," and as soon as that happened, I collided into the cows. And then, as Manny said, it's just in that split moment that you feel like you're dead. You come out of that shock for a minute and you realize, you're still alive, and at that moment I was instantly thanking God that I was still alive. My mom was asking, what happened. She heard the impact. She was screaming, saying my name, and then I'm like, "Mom, I'm okay. Just call, Madison, let her know that I just got in a wreck." So yeah, so 3 cows. I had freaking cow crap all over my car. I had their hair. So anyway, one of the cows was dying. It wasn't dead yet. Two of the cows got hit basically by its backside. The other one got hit in the side. They were still good. But as Manny talked about that shock where you just feel like someone's going to come out and kill you and things like that, well, I felt like these things weren't cows. I thought these things were bulls. I thought these things were straight out of Texas with the, red little blanket or whatever you call that they're going to come running at you. That's what I felt like. I felt there were some El Toro Loco bulls straight from Texas about to come out and get me because I just killed one of their homeboys. So I was not getting out of my car. It was my Ford Escape, and that thing was jacked up. The tires were completely ripped off.
They were bad.
The car was completely totaled. So I wasn't getting out. I heard, the moo, but at that point, you think the moo is actually like a bull that's breathing. And it was coming out from the trees, so that was another thing. It was just
It's dark. It's
right.
In
that scene, it was like Jurassic World, where a T-Rex is coming out, but you don't see it. It's just in the cage, and then here it is about to come out and attack you. That's literally. I was like, heck no, I'm not getting out.
Oh my God.
But at the same time, when I was on the hill, what was even, I think speaks volume. My car was at someone was to come over the hill, they were going to hit my car. So I wasn't thinking about myself in that, other than I didn't want to get killed by the bulls. I was thinking about other people hitting my car because I didn't want someone to die. So I finally got some nuts, got outside my car, and as I made my way on my car, I'm now on the opposite side of the road. Well, there is a car coming down, and I start waving it off. And this car is coming at need for speed of light, and almost hits me. I have to jump literally and dive out of the way. And I'm like, okay, well, again, I'm in that mode where I'm scared. Everybody's trying to get me. And so I jump back in my car. I'm able to turn it on, and it goes for literally just a little bit. And I roll it down the hill basically to make sure nobody hits it. But my lights go out because I don't know how cars work, but it just completely cut for how it was totaled. And then my phone ended up dying, but thank God my wife knew my route to my work. So she showed up, a sheriff showed up, they shot the cow because the cow was, fighting for its life. And then, yeah, that was history. Next day I had to show up and tell this little poor girl that her 4-H project got hit by me. And you know what? I didn't care because, no, I'm just kidding. That poor little girl. I actually was super sorry because I got to find a car with my own money and didn't get anything with it, but we moved on, and I have a new car, so I'm blessed and thankful for that.
I remember from my instincts, kind of like where I was there. I was at an ex's of mine, and I just remember getting a car. It's funny now because he's okay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I remember getting a phone call, And then of course, we all know my mother. She loves to exaggerate a little bit. So when I get on the phone, I'm hearing, your brother, he just got in a wreck. There's blood everywhere. Well, in anybody's right mind, they're like, well, my brother's about to die right now. So, of course, I'm panicking, probably driving 100 miles per hour to get to where he is. And when I get there, kind of like the same situation I am, we're more physically, inside, yeah, we're shooken up. But on the outside, it could have been way worse in the situation. So, definitely, God got us both out of those situations. Yes. So, that's definitely good. But one question I do have to ask, kind of like, but when that did happen to you, what did you, like, the same kind of question you asked me, like, what did you learn from that?
Kind of going back to what you had said, I think I just kind of took it into, just deep thought that I could lose my life at any point in time.
Right.
And just to be grateful for my life. So to walk purposely. I think that's how I try to live my life, is to live intentionally, live day to day like it was your last.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of where I think I got, because like you said, we both could have came out of that and not walked. There's a lot of people in this world statistically that die from car accidents and things like that. So definitely thankful and blessed to still be here and alive on this earth. But yeah, that's kind of what I learned. And also learned that after you hit 3 cows, people will continuously make jokes about where's the beef and, all these fun little crack jokes on you in regards to cows. I'm not gonna lie, there was this one day though, I'm gonna bring this up. I said the devil is a lie. Where it was like 2 years ago, I was driving and these cows got out of this farmer's gate and they were in the street. And I started recording and I was like, devil is a lie. Heck no, we ain't doing this again. Like, nah, y'all gotta go. I'm gonna hit you. So it was just funny. But so we both have had interesting experiences where both of our cars have been totaled. We've had to go through, that whole process of getting in contact with the people, our insurances and all that stuff. So it's not a fun thing, but,
Yeah, and one more, thing on that, too. Like, if anybody has been, in those situations and stuff, PTSD and stuff like that, that stuff really is kind of legit. I'm not gonna lie. There's times and situations that I've been in, just driving and stuff like that. It's where it's I just shrivel up and just kind of panic, It's crazy what something like that can really do to you mentally and stuff like that, and affect you for a long period of time.
So basically within this podcast, if any of you guys have kind of been catching the theme of what we've been talking about, we've kind of focused on accidents, and as Manny said, a lot of us today have probably experienced some type of accident, whether a vehicle or some situation in your life that you just didn't see coming. Right. So with that, talking about accidents, we just wanted to encourage somebody today that feels like they're an accident, feels like they have no purpose in life, no meaning, no value, no worth. We just want to tell you that that's a lie. I just want to encourage you that there is still hope. And the way that I can tell you that there's still hope is because you have a great gift, and that gift is breath. That gift is breath of life. You still have the ability to wake up every day. You have the ability to speak life over someone, over yourself, over your babies, over anybody that you come in contact with. You might not have the best situation. You might not have the best finance. You might not have the best environment to live in, but you still have breath, and breath gives you opportunity. Opportunity gives you purpose, and purpose gives you meaning, purpose gives you value and worth. So I just want to encourage anybody that's out there that's struggling with identity, that there is beauty in your brokenness, and don't ever forget that. Continue to empower yourself, find people that will keep you accountable, because accountability is love. Something that hurts, it's never fun to have to have somebody help you in your struggle, help you low.
Right.
But isolation is also, I believe, a key piece of why people are struggling and are bound today, and why are addicted, because they try to fight a battle that they think that they can only fight by themselves. But in reality, someone beside you that's dealing with the same battle, same hurt, same pain that you're going through.
On what Christian was saying, some things that kind of help me in situations when I'm self-doubt and stuff like that. For anybody that saw me on TikTok, I love to tell my supporters to tell themselves they're beautiful. But not only tell yourself you're beautiful, look at yourself when you do it. our minds like to think of so many negative things because the enemy attacks us from so many different ways. I mean, in the Bible it says the devil will still kill and destroy. And I mean, he's just going to keep going until he gets you in his hands. And so what I'd like to tell everybody, tell yourself you're beautiful. Look yourself in the mirror, and don't only do that, say 3 positive things. I'm telling you, there's so many negative thoughts that we like to think about ourselves, but there's so much more beauty and positive that we have. We all make mistakes. We're human. We all make mistakes. You have a calling on your life. Find your calling. You know, you might, if you need answers, pray about it. Talk to somebody. You know, there's so many things that are better outcomes to come to instead of going to the bad that, you know, a lot of us want to do because it's fun and all these other things. But like Christian was saying, was, you know, find those people that will take accountability for you, you know, get on you, you know, as much as it is tough for someone to tell you like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this or something like that. It's what we need to hear. We are all brothers and sisters to God. So it's like we're really helping each other in the end of what we're going through, especially through a hard time. And if you're one of those negative, sorry, I always have to say this too. And if you're one of those negative Nancys too, don't do that. There's nothing to me that is cool about somebody that is making fun of somebody, talking about anybody. Obviously, it's a little different if you're trying to encourage somebody and help them and stuff like that. But the whole, you're this, you're that, we're all human. We all are created the way that we are for a reason, and you don't understand it because you are not the creator. Keep going, okay? Take a chance on yourself. Stop being comfortable. Take a chance. There's so much things in this world that you can do that you might not see now. The same thing, I'm really talking to myself too right now. Yeah. And it's like there's so much more out there for us that we will end up seeing in the long run, and it'll all be worth it in the end.
For sure. Manny spoke on something really good, actually therapeutic, called positive affirmation. You know, giving 3 positive things about yourself, telling yourself you're beautiful, that you are valuable, that you're loved, all those things. Those are positive things. Another thing that Manny said that's actually biblical is about your words. The Bible says that life and death is in the power of your tongue. So it's in the power of your words where there's power, and there's either life or there's death. So be mindful of the things that you're saying to not only yourself but to others, because those words have power. Those words can cause revival. Those words can cause a movement. Those words can cause destruction. Those words can cause death. You know, with suicide and things like that, you've seen with people who go tell people that they're not worth it, that you know, you're ugly, you're this and that and things like that. We see people take action in that and take their life because those words have swallowed deep into their soul to the point where they don't no longer want to live. And you know, that's sad, but that's a world that we live in. So be mindful and take heart on the words that you say, and be a person that is more of strength and courage, and to speak life over people. Continue to encourage yourself. Like Manny said, man, stand in the mirror and tell yourself who you are, that you are beautiful, you are loved, that you are a child of God, that you are worth something, that you are $1 million. You know, whatever it is to motivate you to get up every day and to be the best you that you can be. You know, be that person. Live with purpose, live with intention, and, you know, live to be the best you that you can be, because there's no one that's ever going to be you.
Right. I do want to just kind of get in just real quick in this. I feel like it seems like you're very impactful, like and very meaningful on this subject. I know something recently kind of happened in a situation of your end, but I would much rather you talk about it, just because of the fact that I know there's people out there that do think that it might be their last time, it might be their last day, but thank God, God put you here for a reason to see this episode.
For sure. So I've learned transparency is your superpower. It's not a weakness, it's a strength. So I live by that.
Bring people around you that want to spread love on your life, okay? There's people out there, and if not, keep looking, because there's going to be somebody out there that truly cares about who you are as a person, who you are as an individual, what you're doing in your life, and all these different things. I need you guys to understand, even if you want to hit us up, we have IGs, we have Facebooks. I'm sure we'll put them in the comments. We would love to talk to you guys and communicate, pray for you, absolutely. Because listen, obviously we all have obstacles that come to our life, but listen, power of prayer, just reading a little bit, but for sure, definitely get the help that you need, because you are loved. You are loved. You are so loved. That's really the you are loved.
I believe that there's someone that's going to watch this podcast that is considering, that is self-doubting, that is questioning, I got a lot of bills, I got this and that on my plate, and it would just be so much easier if I wasn't here. I just want to encourage you today to keep fighting, to keep moving forward, that you are loved, that there is someone out there that sees you, that's praying for you, that believes in you, and there's someone out there that you're supposed to help. Because years ago, if I would have taken my life, the people that I've impacted today wouldn't be changed, wouldn't be the people that God called me to pull out from the gates of hell, and to enlighten and to speak life in those things. He called me out. So if he can call a wretch like me, he can call you out the pit that you're in. So wherever you are, if you're in the dark, you're hiding, if you're living in an abandonment, if you're living depression, pit of anxiety, a pit of just all these different type of things, you can get out. There's people that can help you. So many different nonprofits out there that have so many resources that can help you and your family. I know we live in a world that we don't have all the answers with cancer and all these different things, but we do have a Savior that loves you, that he loves you, that he wants to have a relationship with you. I hope you take that step of faith. You accept Christ into your life, as we have. It was the greatest decision that I made, and I believe it's the greatest decision that Manny made. And we're going to continue to do this on these podcasts, because we believe that it's going to make a difference and imprint into this world.
Absolutely. God's calling. Yeah, for sure. And if you guys, like I said before, if you guys have any topics or anything that you guys would like us to go through, we would love to hear the feedbacks. Like we said, this is our first podcast. God has been putting it on our minds for so long. I do TikToks too. I'm sure I'll be having some of this on my TikTok. My TikTok is Langston Manny. I will put it in the bio. And Christian, what is your TikTok? Do you remember yours?
I don't know my TikTok.
We'll put it in the bio.
I'm going to drop it right down here below. You guys can follow us on Facebook as well.
Absolutely.
We have all social media platforms for the most part, Instagram, all that stuff. You guys can follow us, and then look forward to hearing us each and every week. We are promising that we are going to try to give some content each and every week.
Absolutely.
And like Manny said, put some comments in the chat of what you guys want us to talk about. Leave us some, you guys got some stories, and maybe when you got an accident, maybe when you hit that cow or that deer, or
right.
you wrecked up your Corvette that was brand new and it just, didn't make it, let us know. Or, if you're somebody today that's struggling, somebody that's thinking suicide, feel free to reach out to us,
Absolutely.
We're definitely in the ear to hear. And
make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button too.
Yes.
That's the dang sure. We are trying to grow in so many ways, and we are so thankful. The first of many.
Yes.
The first of
episode
many.
1.
We're gonna look back from this now, and it's gonna be a blessing.
Yes.
But for real, like you, make sure for real before you guys go. Tell yourself you're beautiful, and 3 positive things about yourself. But make sure you look yourself in the mirror when you do it. My name is Manny Fresh, Emmanuel, and then
my name is Christian, and my last words that I'm going to give you is continue to live your life with purpose, live it intentionally, and live every day like it's your last. God bless, and we will see y'all next time.
we out.